Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Stephanie. I am a life and relationship coach. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you can be a part of our community here and the notification family. So this week I want to dive into the fear of failure, and I think this is a great topic because we all have fears, and the fear of failure is such a huge fear that a lot of people have. Now, we can look at fear as a weakness, which is what a lot of people will do. They'll look at the failures that they've experienced in their life or the disappointments as, I should have done better. I should have known better. I should have tried harder. I shouldn't have done what I did to cause this to happen, right? All of these things, and they get so down on themselves. Or some people have a fear of failure because that fear of failure is actually tied into the fear of the unknown. So if I need to know what's going to happen in my life, if I don't trust life, if I don't trust myself that I'm capable of creating the life that I really want, I'm going to have a fear of the unknown. And if I have a fear of the unknown, when I say, this is what I want in my life, I want to start my own business, I want a healthy relationship, if I experience a letdown in one of those areas, then it could perhaps debilitate me from taking action to move forward to keep going on the things that I want in my life. So the reason why the fear of failure debilitates people is because they've been programmed to look at failure as something that it's not. Of course, the moments when we experience a failure, or not a failure, a disappointment, right? When we experience a letdown, it's hard in that moment to say, there's positive side to this. Something good is going to come of this. Of course not. We had an expectation that this was going to be the thing that I needed to do in order for my business to really succeed and grow. This was the relationship that I was supposed to have for the rest of my life. We weren't supposed to break up. We weren't supposed to get divorced. He wasn't supposed to leave me. I wasn't supposed to cheat on him, whatever, right? We had an expectation on this situation and this experience and how it was supposed to go. And when that doesn't happen, it can debilitate us to not move forward in any area of our life. We can say, okay, we've tried 5 times at trying to get a business loan, or I've been working at this for so long, I've been trying so hard at this job, and I'm still not getting the promotion that I want. I still haven't gotten the pay raise that I need. Or I've been married twice and it didn't work out. I've had 3 relationships and been engaged 4 times. Whatever it is, right? Instead of looking at each experience as feedback. So all failure is feedback. It's God's way, the universe's way, source's way, life's way, whatever you want to say. It's life's way of showing you, hey, instead of doing this, you need to do this. Now, what happens when we experience the same failures over and over again is because we're not learning the lessons that we needed to learn, either in the first relationship, or perhaps we did learn that lesson in that relationship or that experience, right? And now we're on to a different experience that's going to teach us a different lesson. So everything is helping you to become the person that you need to be to have the things that you say you want to have. But you get to choose how you experience each of these failures, letdowns, disappointments, right? You get to choose on whether or not you let it debilitate you, on whether or not you let it make you bitter and angry, or to just be so down on yourself, like everything was your fault, like you can't make right decisions, like you're no good, like you're not good enough, like it's not going to happen for you. You can let all of that stuff take over and debilitate you from moving forward, to have faith, to keep pulling through, to have the motivation to get up every single day and still grind at something and not see any return yet. So like I said, your fears of failure really have to do with the unknown. So when you don't trust life, when you don't trust yourself, when you don't trust that you're capable of creating whatever it is that you want in your life and that you're deserving of it, when you have those beliefs, you have to be relentless on what it is that you want. So anyone that has been successful, you've read the articles about Michael Jordan, how he got cut from his high school basketball team. You've heard the stories of the woman that created Harry Potter, that she got rejected by like, I don't know, 20 publishers or whatever it was, and she kept going and going. Walt Disney, I mean, any successful person. I'm sure a lot of people that are in wonderful relationships, I'm sure a lot of those people have also gone through painful relationships, painful breakups, letdowns, heartache, disappointment, right? But they kept going and going and going. They kept believing because they were relentless on what it is that they wanted. And I think that that's a powerful thing to have. You have to be relentless. You have to want, and I say this all the time, you have to want what you want in life so badly that it allows you to have the motivation that you're going to need to have every single day. Your drive to want this thing in your life, you have to know that you deserve it. You have to know that you will have it someday, that no matter how much it takes, how long it takes, whatever it takes, that it's going to happen, that it's not even an option that it's not going to happen. You have to live life like that every single day in order to push through all of the fears and all of the doubts. And when disappointment happens, how do you pick yourself back up? You have to want it bad enough. And when people let these failures take over, or when they just don't have the confidence within themselves, it is a constant battle every single day for anyone to say, okay, I'm going to get out of bed and I'm going to do what I need to do, right? And I mean, Eric Thomas is a great motivational speaker, and he talks about this all the time. He talks about your 24. You have 24 hours in a day, and what do you do in that day to help you to get you to where you need to be, and not getting so wrapped up in the big picture, right? The big goal of, I want a relationship, of this successful business, and I want to make $3 million a year, or whatever it is that you want, right? But taking it into those small steps, and the small steps is the day-to-day stuff. It's you getting up and being productive. It's you getting up and working on yourself, working on your mental toughness, getting in your head, not letting those fears and doubts debilitate you. That's the grind. That's the hustle. That's the stuff that you have to do every single day that'll keep you going and keep that faith going, right? Keep the momentum going within yourself to keep at it and keep relentless on what it is that you want. And when you come from that space, there's no question that what you want won't happen, because it's not an option that it won't happen. But when you get fixated on when is it going to happen, why, how is it going to look, I'm getting impatient, and when I start to get impatient, that's when I really don't believe, and I start to have doubt, and then I listen to that doubt, and I feed that doubt, and then the doubt becomes your reality, right? Nothing ends up manifesting, nothing ends up coming into your life, because you've let the fear and the doubt take over. Another huge aspect towards people that have that fear of failure is, what are people going to think? Right? Like, what are people going to think if I keep failing and failing? And then people voice their opinions on, maybe you're being too picky in relationships, or I just don't think this business is going to work out for you, and you might want to get a different job, or you might want to stop focusing your time on here and get a job that's more stable, right? That'll give you that 9 to 5 and give you that security and that paycheck, right? So we don't realize that people's projections and their own wounds and their insecurities and all the stuff that they're carrying around with them, that's what they're spewing out to us, and we take that on and we put it in our pocket, and that becomes our story now, rather than keep going and not listening to what other people have to say. That it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, quite frankly, that you know what you want, that you know what's going to happen for you, and you're going to go blindly into life and keep going and going until you reach that goal. That's it. Now, if you want to push through the fear of failure, there are 3 things that you must focus on every single day. Number 1 is practice building yourself up. So when I talk about learning how to love yourself and all of that, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about having self-awareness. You have to be aware as to when that negative conversation is happening. You have to be aware as to when that fear is starting to take over. And you have to be able to look down and see that conversation that's going on inside of you. Oh, here comes fear. Here comes the insecurity. Here comes my wounded ego that's trying to keep me stuck. You have to be aware of when that voice is trying to take over in your mind. Building yourself up also includes visualization. And this is huge. I don't care what you do. I don't care if it's vision boards. I don't care if it's making a list of who you want to attract and how you want to feel. There's a ton of different tools that I do with my clients every single day to practice visualization. But basically what this means is you need to wake up every single day and you need to live life as if what you want is already in existence. It's already happened. It's already done. You need to feel the way that you're going to feel as if you have this in your life right now. So if you want a great relationship, you should be walking around every single day being so thankful and grateful for the partner that you already have in your life. You need to practice what it's going to feel like and what your life's going to look like with this person in it. You need to practice having the car that you want. You know, driving around, and I did this for years, that I would just drive around living as if I was driving the vehicle that I wanted. The neighborhood that I live in now, I would drive around this neighborhood all the time before I lived here. And I would just look at the houses and visualize, this is my neighborhood. I'm so happy that this is my street, that this is my sidewalk that's so cute and cozy and quaint and friendly neighbors and a lot of kids for my son to play with. I thought about all of that stuff and I did it constantly when I was driving around town. Instead of, going straight home, I take the long way and go through the neighborhood that I really wanted to live in. You have to already feel as if this stuff is in existence. That will not only help you to keep pushing you forward, but it puts your mindset into being grateful for what you already have, right? Because this is a done deal. I already have it. And I'm starting to feel grateful and thankful because it's already in my life. That's such a powerful place to be in terms of manifesting what you want in your life. And it totally changes your mood. Instead of living in lack, right? That I'm actually not driving into the driveway that I want or the house that I want to be in, or I'm not really in the car. Instead of focusing your mind on the lack, you're focusing your mind on the fact that it's already done. It's already in existence and you're already living as if it's there in your life right now. When you come from that space, then it's not a question that it's not going to happen for you. As long as you're doing the stuff, those little steps, everything that you're doing in that 24, right, that you need to do to get you to where you want to be. The next thing towards really pushing yourself past fear is when you ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Sometimes we build these like extreme situations or circumstances that would happen if we took a chance, right? So if I took a chance and I went on a blind date, if I took a chance and I did online dating, if I took a chance and just started trying to talk to more people when I was out being social, whether that's in a restaurant or a bar or a dog park, or at the gym, whatever, right? If I took a chance and invested a little bit of money, if I took a chance and worked at something that I want to do, so if I want to start my own business and I have to have a 9 to 5, when I get home after I put my son to bed, maybe I work until 1 in the morning and I really work at this business. And I keep going, even though I'm not seeing anything return and nothing's happening right now. I don't care. I know that what I'm doing is going to allow my business to grow and to succeed, and it's going to happen someday, right? So what's the worst that could happen if I stay up a little late? What's the worst that could happen if I just invest a little bit of money into something? What's the worst that could happen if I just try something that I've always wanted to try, right? When we get so fixated on the outline, how things are going to happen. When is it going to happen? Is it going to look like this? Am I going to be guaranteed success if I take this chance? Instead of trusting that even if I take this chance and nothing comes of it, it's going to lead me into the direction that I know I need to go to get me to where I need to be. That's trusting life. And so many people want to just be able to take the first chance and then boom, they're successful. Or take the first chance at like meeting someone on a date and boom, that's the relationship and that's the great marriage that I always wanted. Instead of coming from the place of like, if this isn't the guy, if this isn't the girl, that's okay. Then I'm going to enjoy the experience that I'm in right now and I'm going to meet her. I'm going to meet him. It's just a question of when. And I trust life that it's going to happen for me. And in the midst of me waiting, I'm going to enjoy my life being single, right? So it's all about mindset. It's all about what are you telling yourself every single day. And this is when we're using logic and rational thinking versus getting overly emotional in our ego and our fears and our stresses and listening to that voice and getting entangled in it, right? So you get to choose every single day what voice you want to listen to. And the last thing is small goals. You know, when you want something in your life, no matter what it is, a car, a job, a house, a relationship, whatever, right? It's about the small steps that you take every single day. And it sucks because sometimes we don't realize that it's those small things that you're doing every single day that are adding up to be the goal that you're trying to achieve. It's like I want the goal right now. And we just want to rush through life so fast to get to where we need to be or where we want to be, instead of realizing that, you know, it's not the journey, it's not the destination, it's the journey, like that type of thing. But it's true. It's the small things that you're going to do every single day that are going to get you to where you need to be. And if you don't ever change your habits, if you don't ever incorporate new things and new chances into your day, right? Take a chance on something, do something differently, stretch yourself a little bit. If you don't ever do that stuff, nothing's going to happen. You're going to realize, I should have taken that chance. I should have done something differently. Why didn't I try that? Instead of just, what's the worst that could happen, right? Just take a chance and stop focusing every single day on the fears and the voice, that ego that wants to keep you stuck. It doesn't want you to succeed. So every day, working on that mental toughness, working on that inner dialogue, and it's a practice that you have to do every single day. So I hope that this has helped you guys out there. I hope it was motivational. I hope that you got some great tips. I hope that it inspired you in some way to get out there and stretch yourself a little further than you would have had prior to watching this. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions on topics or things that you would like me to cover, don't forget to comment down below. I am going to be doing some giveaways in the future over the next couple of videos. So if you would like a free coaching session with me, don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can be in the loop when I do upload a video that has a giveaway attached to it. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you next week.